think I've ever cried tears of joy.
I haven't. I've cried in my adulthood once.
Oh my God, you guys are like emotionless weirdos. I cry all the time.
God, this is fantastic. I did not know that you cried this much.
Okay, but there's different levels of crying. There's like,
I don't think I've went a month without crying in my adult life. Like I get really happy for other people.
so do I, but I don't cry.
I cried the last time I did that.
Doesn't surprise me.
All right, gentlemen, do you guys go to many concerts?
Twice
Few.
a year.
Yeah, I'd say I'm probably more in the once every 2 years.
Are they arena concerts or like smaller, like House of Blues size venues?
The recent ones I've been to have been like Springsteen and Tool,
Yeah,
so
big
bigger.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been to the smaller ones, but it's been years.
2 I've been to. I've both been at Blossom this year.
Okay. Blossom would be a good one. So that's like an outdoor venue or
Yeah.
like lawn seating and things like that. So you get a view at concerts. You get some insight into the general population. And one of my favorite things to do is sit back and just watch. So I went to a concert last week. It was a hardcore like metal concert, like metalcore or whatever the hell it's called. And I noticed quite a few things that I wanted to kind of talk about. Quick shout out to the sponsor of this video, Fully Loaded Tobacco-Free Chew. Check out the description of this video or the show notes to get 20% off your next order. Get your guys' thought. The first one was I made a little list when I was sitting. I was sitting there. When I go, I'll get a beer and I'll sit in the back and just by the bar and just watch the concert and watch the people. It's amazing. One thing I saw was a girl that was puking in a cup and like running outside the door.
Sounds like you last weekend.
I was gonna ask, have you guys ever like puked in a cup in public?
Like literally like a week ago. We were in a car and he tried to puke into a plastic bottle, which obviously just went everywhere. And then we had to pull off the side of the expressway so he could continue to puke.
Big Browns win. Big Browns win and free beer. Did not add up good.
Whose car was it?
Our buddy
Fogarty's.
Pat's. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well.
Okay,
hey.
so you've
Yeah.
been there.
So yeah. Recently.
It was. I felt bad for the girl, but I was like, "This is awesome." That's how how the night started, and I was like, "This is amazing." This girl's just trying to run for dear life to
Where
the
was
exit.
what was your venue?
It was the Agora.
Okay.
So it's like a little bit. I would say it's probably 500 to 700 people
Yeah.
capacity, something like
Yeah.
that.
That's about right though.
Because
Yeah.
I want to hear the rest of your story, but like the Blossom ones, you'll see all sorts of stuff like that. But people will go there and like tailgate, so they pregame and they might be drinking like. But Agora, it's like there's no real tailgate setting, right?
No,
They're not.
no. It's just people getting hammered.
So they walk
Yeah.
into the venue. Usually they might go to a bar beforehand, but they got to get after it hard.
Yeah, I saw this girl. She didn't have anything in. She didn't throw up in the cup yet, but I saw her have it up to her face as she was leaving the mosh pit, and she was just struggling. Like I could see her trying to keep it in, and as she got closer to the door, I started to see it like puke come out of her mouth. And I turned away. I was like, I can't watch this. So okay, so you've puked in a cup recently.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. It was recently.
It's like 2 weeks ago.
Have you guys ever been that guy in the bar that's just the drunkest one in the bar?
Probably. I've never puked at a bar.
Have
in
you?
My life. I never go to bars.
To where
Probably.
you know, like you're stumbling everywhere.
Yeah, usually, if I'm going to puke, it's like right after a shot, so it's kind of like you'll get that saliva thing going, and it's like, oh my god, and I just have to like get to the bathroom, and then it's just like water streaming out of my
Doesn't
mouth,
stop.
and then I can like hold it back. But then I'm like usually okay.
Yeah.
If I'm stumbling, I don't know. That's not a good feeling when you're just kind of walking around using the bar to brace yourself up. I
Yes.
try not to get there.
Ugh.
It's probably been since college days. Since
Yeah,
I've
as I
been that
say,
bad.
college was the last time I was like that. I remember it was the Barley House, and I was walking all over the place, and I was that guy to get outside. And I think back now, I'm like, oh my god, you were the drunkest person in the bar.
Yeah, it can happen.
Doesn't take long either, especially if you're not eating.
Yeah, back in those days, it was, God, what was it, the Whiskey Ranch or something that we used to frequent on, like, Wednesdays? That's when I would get, like, obnoxious because at the time I think it was, like, 2 tap beers and then, like, a Jaeger bomb for, like, $5.
Oh my god, it was so cheap back then.
Oh, God. And it was just like, yep, bring it on. And then they, like, didn't clean their drafts and their pipes and, like, the hangover was terrible. But, yeah, that's when I frequently got to that level.
Another thing I noticed was the age range. Don't look at my notes.
He's such a creep for
I
that
know
stuff.
he is. I don't like it.
I read.
Don't look.
I didn't read.
The age range was. I mean, I didn't think there would be that many younger people, but I would say youngest was probably, I guess, 21. There was a little bit young. I saw a kid had to have been 12 years old with his dad, and he like had or maybe even less, younger, with headphones on. But there was a guy there, and I looked at his face, and it was one of those people that he couldn't grow a beard. It was very patchy, but the dude was trying, and I respect that. I respect a guy that can't grow a beard, but he tries. And it looks very trashy.
I don't think that helps though. I think shaving like helps somehow. You got to keep the shaving going.
Listen.
No, I hate the patchy beards. I feel bad for him.
Yeah,
It looks
it's a rough look because it gets like, like all Joe Dirt, like all.
But I think you have to grow. I think you have to grow through it. Just
Yeah.
literally.
No, the only way out of that is through.
Yes, I think that is the case.
It might be. I think it's just time. I think just with age, typically you'll fill it out more. But yeah, it's a terrible look.
It's
and
a terrible
You
look.
may respect it, but I guarantee you women don't. They should definitely.
Well, he was there with the girl,
Well, God bless him.
so he found the one.
God bless him, man. I don't feel like many women. Number one, I think a lot of women just don't like beards. But then, in general. But number two, if it's like a splotchy mess everywhere, like God bless the guy. I mean, a lot of guys, would not even try. The guy's trying.
I respect it.
Actually, it's a lack of trying because shaving takes effort.
Yeah.
That's true. He might have just
That's how
been,
you look at
he
it.
might have just
Might
been
just been
really lazy.
Yeah, just
And I'm like
Usually it's a
respecting
hygiene
I'm
problem.
throwing respect to that guy's way, and he's like, dude, I'm just lazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing nothing with my life, living in my parents' basement.
Yeah. I'm here with my aunt.
All right, so maybe I'm gonna give that guy some respect.
Okay.
Okay, another thing I saw, and I'm curious if you guys have ever done this. I saw someone at the concert crying, and I'm like, when you see someone crying, you're like, oh my gosh, what happened? But it's either one thing or the other. Either something terrible happened to them, or it's tears of joy. And I thought to myself, and hers were tears of joy.
Really?
Yes, yeah. Because she must. It was when one of the bands were playing. You could tell she was like really into it. Like, oh my gosh, I love. Like it was one of those like I love this song. Like whatever it means something to me or whatever.
Okay.
And so they were tears of joy, and it got me thinking. I don't think I've ever cried tears of joy. have you guys ever cried tears of joy?
Yes.
Have you really? Well, you have. What I'm guessing, like when one of your kids was born.
Oh,
and
you've
shit.
never once ever.
I
When I'm-
haven't. I've cried like in my adulthood like once.
Oh
I think
my
it was in
God, you guys are like
Well,
emotionless
no.
weirdos.
Yeah.
I'll
I cry
tear
all the
up.
time.
Okay, but there's different levels of crying. There's like,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing that. I might have tears.
yeah. Okay, but okay, we need to unpack this because that's weird that you said you've only cried once in your adult life.
No, that's beyond bizarre.
But I mean, I'll like tear up when I don't know when I'm sad though. But
Like, do you cry? Like, let's just say, all right, Forrest Gump. Like when I watch Forrest Gump, I cry at various moments, but not necessarily. It could be for whatever reason. It may be when he runs for the touchdown. It may be when he saves Lieutenant Dan, what have you. But I feel like that's tears of joy, right? But I also, when Jenny dies, I might cry.
I guess kind of. I don't know if movies are different because I mean I've teared up in movies, but it's mainly when something happens to a dog. Like bad things happen to a dog, and I get sad. So
I
tear
could see
up.
that. Maybe I've had like a little bit of water develop, but actually having water roll down my cheek, like true tears. I don't know.
But I don't think tears have to roll down. Like it can like tears.
I don't think I've went a month without crying in my adult life.
That's crazy.
I've definitely gone more than a month for sure.
I'm not like
what do you-
bawling,
what do you-
crying, but like
what do you
I'll
do?
tear up for whatever reason. It could be a song. Me and that girl are like on the same boat. I don't feel like it's that weird. Like, yeah. Or if like I had an epiphany of something.
I'm not even saying it's weird. I'm just saying that I'm asking if you've ever cried tears of joy. And it sounds like
Yes,
you have.
all the time.
I don't think
He's
I
never
ever.
done it. Neither
No.
of you.
Well, no, not tears
Maybe
of joy.
I'm the weird one.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care.
What would get you? The only thing I can think of.
Yeah,
is
until
it-
you just communicate that to me, I did witness it the once when we were down in Florida. We were like having this great moment about like talking about a little bit of business success that we had, and he was just like, I'm just so proud of you, all of us. Like, this is so great to be sure. And he literally starts crying and then walks back to the room and falls asleep.
Yeah, to be fair, it was like 4 p.m. I just went to sleep for the night.
So it's like pre-blackout. He has tears of joy.
Which is making me sound like a raging drunk. It's like I'm either crying. Both things you brought up are just me getting super drunk and doing said things.
Throwing up in cups.
There wasn't free beer at that one. We actually had to pay for that beer. Yeah. But aside from you, now I think about it, I've never actually witnessed even one of our other friends, my dad, like any male I haven't seen cry. Like, I don't know if that's like somehow like ingrained in me, like you're not supposed to cry.
Maybe.
But like the women in my family have cried for both sides, like something bad happening and then tears of joy.
I
think it's a woman thing.
Maybe it is.
I was just focusing on the tears of joy. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I mean, yeah, that's a weird one though too, because I feel like there's a kind of a dichotomy there. You could be talking about tears of joy where like something so amazing happened to you that you cried. I don't know if it's necessarily that.
Yeah, I think like when I was a kid, what was that movie Homeward Bound, when like you see each dog and the cat come over the hill and they come back.
Yeah,
and like, oh my god.
Yes.
And then seeing the pet's embrace, that would have probably been a moment where I would have just been like, oh my god.
Yeah, if something like really good happens to somebody else, I think I'll cry.
Okay.
Like I get really happy for other people too.
So do I, but I don't cry.
Yeah, you're more like, congrats,
Yeah,
like
this
chest
is
bump,
yes,
like or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the circumstance. Like if somebody overcame like something with their health, like where it was like, oh my gosh, this might be it, and then like there's a breakthrough or surgery went successfully, I could see maybe.
Yeah,
but it hasn't happened to me.
I've done that. Yeah.
You've done that one too?
Oh yeah.
I was crying all the time.
I cry. It does.
I don't think there's anything wrong with crying.
Yeah, it just does it. I don't. I feel like it's
something wrong with my eyes.
It's more of a reflex than anything else. It's just something that happens. Yeah. I'm not like upset with it. I'm okay with it.
I thought I was.
Do you sweat a lot?
No, I don't sweat hardly
like in
at all.
general, or when he's crying.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like maybe his body manifests all this like
the sweat glands and tear glands aren't the same deal.
And your tear glands have to make up for it like once a month. Jesus.
Yeah, you think
here.
I'm just not losing enough body fluids, and it's building up in my tear ducts? Maybe. I mean, who's to say that's not how it works? I mean, these doctors are all
God, this
fools.
is fantastic. I did not know that you cried this much.
I mean, I feel like we're losing the. I mean, the amount that I cry. We're not talking about me like sitting there like streaming tears down my face. Like
sounds
like my eyes may well up and like the Indian, like the Native American guy on the commercial with like the one tear. Like that may be what I'm talking about when I say I'm crying. The last time I've like cried like for a significant amount of time was like when my dog died.
Yeah, I get that, but that's sad, right? That's not tears of joy.
No, right. No.
I don't know if you. When I was tripping on mushrooms the other day, I was having a great time, and once I took my headphones off, my eyes were watery. But I don't think it was because I was crying tears of joy. I think it was just I don't know what was happening, but I wasn't crying tears of joy. But I was very happy. So actually, maybe I was crying tears of joy, and I'm just trying to say, oh no, I wasn't.
I cried the last time I did that.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't want to go into it, but yeah, I did.
Doesn't surprise me.
All right.
That's good.
Okay, here's something else I noticed as I was watching people. I noticed a guy that was like super built up, like his upper body was super built, but his lower body was so small, like very disproportionate. And it makes me think like, what? I don't know what to think about people like that. It's like have you guys ever seen Johnny Bravo, or what's his name, Johnny, that cartoon?
Yes.
He's got like a bigger upper body and then a lower. I don't know. It's like work out your legs is kind of what made me think.
You're obsessed
But you know what's funnier?
No, it was way too obvious.
It'd be great if someone at this concert was doing the exact opposite thing that you, not the exact opposite, but the exact same thing you were doing. If they were observing you, they'd be like, I noticed this weirdo who sat in the back, drank a beer, and just took notes about these people.
He was by himself.
Yeah, they'd be like,
Wait,
You're
this
the
wasn't you
weirdo.
just getting a beer and being away from other people? You go to concerts by yourself a lot?
Oh, I've gone to 15 concerts this
Do
year.
you
by myself.
actually you prefer that, or you just like?
No, you guys don't. Nobody listens to my kind of music. Like, I'll send out a group text. In our group text, I'll be like, "Hey, I'm going to this concert," and crickets. And like, Kalane will message me on the side. He's like, "Hey, I know nobody likes this music, so
Yeah.
if you want somebody to go with, let me know when they are." So yeah, it's just nobody listens to the genre of music I listen to.
It's probably
So I go by myself
assisting
a lot.
I think that genre is assisting you in finding more weirdos.
I mean, it does give me a chance to just look.
No, I mean for your note taking.
Oh,
Like you're gonna I'm assuming at a metalcore concert you're gonna find a little bit more of a wide smattering of individuals than you would say at like a Elton John concert.
maybe, I don't know. I
Maybe not.
wouldn't think that I would see these. I don't know, this wide range of individuals because I also
I think any concert there's.
Yeah,
I went to that Kid Rock concert. Talk about
that's
that had to have been a wide.
I mean, to get away from the
Right.
political side, which you know is there. I mean, it's just like holy shit. There's some interesting people there.
Yeah, it's fun to go to concerts and just people watch because you get every angle of individual at these concerts.
yeah.
Which made me think, I was like,
Yeah, music does that, I guess. Because if you go to a sporting event, you're gonna see a spectrum, but you know everyone's like wearing their jerseys. They're all rooting for that one thing, and like music, I don't know.
you get everything.
You'll get everything.
As long as it's not like a Taylor Swift concert, then you're either getting like
Yeah.
women
Kids.
or like gay guys and stuff like that.
Yeah, actually kind of like Taylor Swift.
This was something else I noticed is that
Do you ever cry during Taylor Swift songs?
Yeah.
have you ever cried during a song? I don't know if I have. I definitely have for sure.
Yeah,
I've teared up
at some
for
point,
songs.
yeah.
Songs are easy to tear up.
Yeah, right.
I think.
They're intentionally emotional.
Yeah.
They're like tapping into your subconscious.
Here's a question: if you guys could only choose music or books, which one would you choose? If you couldn't, like, if you choose books, you can never listen to music. If you choose music, you can never read any books.
Music.
Music.
What would you say?
I want to go with music, but I think I might do books.
You could like read a book musically.
But music is just
Wait, is it just listening to things?
no.
How are you reading a book musically?
Like you could
sing
like
the words, I guess.
once upon a time there. I'm saying like you could cheat.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can sing if you want. But I'm talking about just.
I'm thinking about how I could have both, and I could have somebody sing me some books. But yeah, no, I think I'd go music. Would you go books?
I think. I think I could be swayed either way, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But like gun to my head, I don't even know what I would choose.
I mean,
I
don't
hate
read,
reading
so-
for more than like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like hurts my
I'm
eyes.
I'm like hardly literate. I never read.
When I see people like crammed up, I get it. Seems relaxing, like at a beach, like you know, girl propped up reading a book with the ocean there. It's like, but still, man, I want to be out throwing a frisbee or fucking jumping in the waves. I don't know. I just want to do, not sit and read.
Yeah.
Another thing I noticed is how at this concert, by looking at everybody, is how unathletic and out of shape everybody is. I was thinking in an end of world scenario, 99% of these people in this place I could easily take. 100%.
Problem is if one of them has a gun.
Well, of course, I'm talking
But yes.
hand-to-hand combat.
Correct. I believe
As long
it.
as they don't know any like karate or something.
Right. And anymore, you got to watch some of these cats with jujitsu. Like they can.
But
whoop all.
even those individuals,
they
like,
should be in shape.
even a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that people have to be like super in
No,
shape,
they may not
super
look
well
like
defined.
us.
But you can look at somebody and be like, "Oh, you don't work out a day in your life
Right.
at all."
Yeah.
And it made me think. I think the general population is like this. They're just
It's getting progressively more noticeable. I mean,
But those obese, just have you ever like tried to like push around somebody that weighs like even like 280, which isn't crazy. All they have to do is kind of like get a hold of you and fall on you, and you're done.
yeah, but they'll get tired.
and they could survive starvation a lot longer too.
Yeah, they'll just plop their weight on you.
know what I mean?
And you're fucked.
I mean,
They
maybe.
have fat reserves.
Yeah, but they have to mentally be able to handle that too. They would. This. Is the
I'm
problem.
saying like let's do this experiment. I have two beds and I just strap you down and I strap somebody who weighs 100 more pounds with fat down and I don't do anything. You're gonna die before that other fellow.
Yeah, but he's gonna go crazy way before I do.
He's gonna live.
He might be sitting there like
But
going crazy, but
I'll be
But
you
you're
don't have a
dead.
heartbeat.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. No, but it's not even like a fat thing. It's a just looking at the individual and being like, you have like zero definition. Like they're skinny fat, if
Oh
you
yeah.
will.
No, they're all. Everybody's out of shape. It's
Yeah,
not.
you would whoop
ideal.
skinny fat pretty easy, but I'm telling you, lock up with somebody that's
Yeah,
like
the big
280,
guys.
300. Yeah.
I did see two like real burly guys holding hands.
Hell yeah.
It was like it's not a normal sight that you see when you think of like gay guys, but like they were two like
The
very
Bears.
man. Yes,
Two
And I was
bears.
like, oh my! I saw the one guy walking, and his hand was behind his back, and like somebody was following him. I looked, it was this other dude that was like the same size, and I'm like, oh my god! Not anything wrong with that. It was just something I've never seen before.
Yeah. No, you got a little peek into the bear community.
It made me think like, what does sex look like for those two?
Probably awesome. Really cool. It looks great.
No.
Um,
Okay, come
No,
on now.
yeah, it is.
Molly-
That's a thing that to that point. Yeah, it intercourse between two men it's something. I can't. Could they both be inside of each other at the same time? Could you do that?
What?
I'm saying, like, is there a position where you could have that happen? Like, could you like rotate in a way where like
No, 'cause
you
his
both
wiener
be
would have to-
inside of each other at the same time?
No. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like they're scissoring, and like they
Like somehow, yeah,
point
like
their
almost like
wieners
an
down?
upside down scissor. Like, could you get it where we want to try it?
no, but
We could like,
I mean, I guess maybe your wiener would hurt probably really bad.
yeah, I think you'd have to have a very flexible one. You might be able to like sneak some in. Anyway,
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
running through my head.
What else you got notes wise? You got more? Is there like 20 things in this list?
No,
There's,
no, just
4.
like two more, but I'm gonna go with one more. Okay, so the older I get, I've noticed that because when I leave the concert, it's 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Driving at night kind of freaks me out, but it's more so I'm freaked out about the other drivers around me because I've seen way too many people on their phone just swerving, and then you drive past them and you're like, you're just sitting on your phone. What are you doing? It's wild.
yeah,
Or late at night, there's more intoxicated drivers out there.
That too.
Which I've seen. That's like I got to speed past them just to like get away from the swerve potential and side swiping. Yeah.
And I saw somebody do this the other day. Tell me how you guys. Yeah, I'm curious what you guys do. So say you're on the highway. We'll call it a three-lane highway, and you're in the far left lane, the speeding lane, the fast lane, and there's an exit all the way to your right, and you're about to miss it because you realize, oh, I got to get off of that exit. Do you swerve across traffic, or do you say, hey, I'm just going to get off of the next exit and turn around?
no, I swerve immediately.
I've
Are
done
you
both.
serious?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Do you swerve too?
Well, I've done both. I mean, if there's a couple cases where I'm like, it's probably an 80% chance I'm gonna die.
Oh
so
my
I'll
God,
just
you
keep
guys are
going.
part of the problem. I was hoping that you weren't going to say that.
No,
I'm
no.
the type of person that's like, I'll just skip past it. Like, I'll turn around. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I hate driving.
I'm
Oh,
in
he's
too
a
big of a
psychopath
hurry.
driver.
yeah. I'm too big of a
Well,
hurry.
you've always been you know what? You've been a shitty
Not a
driver
great
since
driver.
we were kids.
Admittedly, not.
I remember
a great
your
driver.
red Blazer. You just can't drive.
I'm not a great driver.
You're a terrible.
That's why I got these Teslas. They pretty well drive themselves,
God,
which is a good move for me to have. But yeah, no, I think aggressive driving. What's weird enough is I'd always be like, oh, because I used to drive a lot. I would drive like a 2-hour commute daily, and I think when you just drive really aggressively and violently, everybody gets out of your way.
Actually, that's. I
But
mean,
it's
I do get out.
I'm
of
going
people's way.
faster than everybody else, and I'm driving so erratically that really nobody's in my way.
No, but
it's a great way to go.
the swerving across traffic just to get off at an exit that's different than driving violently for people to get out of your way.
Yeah. It's kind of like if you like to be by yourself, just be loud and annoying, and eventually everyone will leave you alone.
It's basically the exact same thing.
Perfect analogy.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. You're gonna freak everyone out to such an extent.
He's coming down the highway. Everyone's like, Jesus.
Get in the right lane. This guy's terrible. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Okay.
I got you.
Yeah. No, I think that was. So you enjoyed the concert? It was good.
Yeah, it was good. Concerts, I don't know, they just make you feel so good. Like
Do
once
you,
Why?
because you're not a huge drinker. Do you drink at the concert?
Yeah, but I only have like 2 beers because I'm a lightweight, so I don't want to get like super sloppy.
What do you like about it?
Is it liberating? Is it the
Do you
people
guys not
watching?
like music, like live music?
I like it fine if I'm not like highly aware of the band. Like if it's a band where it's even on my periphery, I won't like it. Like I don't want to go watch somebody play something I don't know.
You got to be really into.
I got to be very into it.
Yeah, most of the bands I go see, I am. So
Okay.
it's like I really enjoy it. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I feel you guys don't feel like I'm on a high leading up to it, and then after, like a couple days after. You guys don't get that.
No. I mean, I like concerts. I'll go to anything. Like if a group of people like want to go. The last one I went with my wife and my brother-in-law. They're really into this band. I didn't know them that well, but I got pretty high, and it was a good experience because like literally I felt like I could feel like every like chord that they were hitting on the guitar, the bass, the drum, and they had a great light show. I felt it was a whole experience. We were at Blossom and underneath the awning, and it was cool. I was like, all right, I could do this more often.
Being on some sort of substance, like not just alcohol, is different. Like when I go, I can't get drunk because I have to drive home. Right. So, but if I could take mushrooms, it would make it even more better. Like even just a little bit, or if I could get a little tipsy, makes it even more better. But
yeah,
that's also dependent.
Yeah, for sure. It's a definite. You almost have to be on something.
Yeah, doing those mushrooms and actually going to a Tool concert.
That would be
put that on the bucket list.
amazing.
Yeah,
you've been to one. Like, do they do a whole light thing?
We went to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
We flew down to Nashville. What were we down there for? 24 hours in a snowstorm. We flew down there. Sean, it was amazing.
I bet.
That's another thing. When those kinds of shows where the visuals are just as good, if not better than than the music. Because the bands that I'll go see at the Agora, they just play. They don't have any light shows, like crazy light shows. But the Tool concert, Sean, oh my God.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Oh my God. They do such a good job.
They have a heck of a draw, don't they? Were they like $200-$300 tickets or something?
They're not cheap.
Yeah, probably spent about that.
They're not cheap. That band is held up over time.
Thanks for checking out this podcast. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up button before you go. If you want to watch us continue the conversation, then click on this video to your left next.